Hi, Paul Higgins here. In this tutorial, we're going to look at the Mbtiles Viewer utility. What it does, it lets you view the images in an Mbtiles. There happens to be one image per zoom level. And also lets you view and edit the metadata in Mbtiles. So we're going to show you how to start Mbtiles Viewer, the fields in the viewer. We're going to view an Mbtile with multiple zoom levels, and we're going to edit the metadata. Then we're going to display we're going to modify the metadata and then display it on OpenCPN. And then I'm going to show you how to set the default editor for PNG files. That's the files that the editor creates. Okay, I'm going to show you how to start the Mbtiles Viewers utility. One way is to go to SatuChart, and in the utilities on the secondary panel, if the secondary panel is not open, just click this long button here. We have the utilities down here, and if you click on that, it shows you all the utilities you can use, and one of them is the Mbtiles Viewer, and you can just click that and it will open it. The other way is to go to the directory where SatuChart is installed. For instance, if it's 19.0, you can simply go down to the bottom here and you look for the Mbtiles Viewer Rex program, and if you click that and open it or double click on it, it will also open the Mbtiles Viewer. And if you want to use this a lot, you might want to create a shortcut from this and put it on your desktop. So that's the two ways of starting Mbtiles, either through the SatuChart program or this way. Okay, let's take a look at the fields in the Mbtiles Viewer utility. So go back here to SatuChart, and I've started it, and you have a couple things here. You have a message box up here that tells you exactly what you should be doing, and down here is a field where you select which Mbtiles you want to view, and once you do that, it will automatically fill in what zoom levels are in that Mbtile. Below that, there's an Mbtiles Viewer, and you can select a viewer or you can let it default, and the default is the PNG viewer. So whatever default is for PNG files, it will use that because this is blank. If you put in the view exec in here that comes with SatuChart, it will also allow you to reduce the colors, because these here files can be very large for the various zoom levels, the images in them. And down here we have a checkbox that, if checked, it will show the metadata. The metadata is one of the tables in the SQLite database, which Mbtiles is, and it will show you the metadata and allow you to edit some fields. There's a help here. If you click that, it will in your browser bring up some help, and one of them is the Mbtiles Viewer. If you click it, it goes down here and it shows you the various fields. Over here is a tutorial we're looking at, and then there's this here View Image button. Once you press that, if you have selected view, you've checked the view metadata, it'll show it first, and after you viewed it and possibly edited it, it will show you all the images in the various zoom levels. Okay, let's go try it. We'll go back to Satcha Chart here, go to the utilities, press the down button here, then select Mbtiles viewer, and it brings it up, and it also brings up a command prompt here. If you run into problems, you can simply cancel this, or as it says here, enter Control plus C in here, and that'll kill it. So here are the fields in the I already showed you the fields, so let's actually try it. So right now is set to the C colon directory, and we'll click this to select this. That's what it says here. Click this to select the Mbtiles that we want to view, and it happens to be on my E drive, so I'll go back here to chart testing, and there's our file there. And it is an Mbtiles, and it has multiple zoom levels in it, 11, 12, 16, and 17. So we're going to click that, open it, and it will go into that Mbtiles and find out what the zoom levels are and show you them here. And then if we want to edit the metadata, we'll click this, and then we'll click View Images. So the first thing we'll do is show the metadata that's in that Mbtiles. And as I said, an Mbtiles is an SQL3 Lite database, and it has two tables, or multiple tables. One of the tables is the metadata. And what we have in here is the name. It tells you who created it. It tells you things like the format of the images in here, the JPG files, and it tells you the bounds of here and the bounds of the Mbtiles in the center. So this is the georeferencing data. So you can change some things in here, but be very careful, because if you change the bounds or the center or anything else but this here name and possibly the description, you'll probably destroy the Mbtiles. So let's change this field here. Right now it says the depth units is unknown, so I'll click that, and then press the right cursor key on my keyboard, and it allows me to edit it. So I can actually put in here, instead of unknown, we'll put the depths are in meters. Okay, now to save that, you press enter, and it'll bring up a save button here, and you press save. So later on we'll go back to that Mbtiles and see if it actually changed it. Now what it's doing is extracting the images from all those zoom levels. So it's going to use the default editor for PNG files. So it's going to bring up 4 of them. And when it gets to the higher ones, by the way, you can see the zoom level here of what it's displaying. This is zoom level 11, zoom level 12. This is 16. And as it gets higher, the image gets a lot bigger, and it's going to take a while to actually bring it up here. So let's take a look at them all. Here they all are. And over here is the one for the image from the zoom level 11. And notice how much the area is. Rena Hemingway is way down in there, way down in here, but we're showing a lot of data around it. And this is the one for 12, and this is the one for 16. And you see it's very small there, but you can actually increase the zoom level and then actually show it. So there it is for 16. It's a little bit bigger area around the marina, bigger than what's on zoom level 17. This is zoom level 17, and we'll just take a look at it here. Where'd you go? Okay, so this is the the image at zoom level 17. And notice it's very tight around the marina. Okay. So okay, we've just showed you the metadata, and we've showed you how to change it, and I've showed you all the images here. Okay, what we want to do now is display that Mbtiles on OpenCPN. So let's go to OpenCPN here, and we'll do a scan. And notice our directory that we have that Mbtiles is in here. So we'll scan for it. And there it is. You can see that there particular one. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but if you look in the description down below there, it says it's in meters, which is actually false because this is a satellite image, so it has no depth units. But I just want to show you can change it. Okay, so let's take a look at that. And there's our image of that particular Mbtiles. And so we zoom out, that's what it looks like. Okay, that's all for displaying it. Okay, what I want to show you now is the default for PNG files. I don't know if you remember in the edit field, or the image editor for the Mbtiles viewer, it was blank, so it used the default. So I want to show you what editor you can choose for that default. So if I open my settings here, Windows settings, and I go to apps, and I look for default apps, and it lists all the go back here, it lists all of them here for whatever app it'll show you. But what we want to do is go right to the bottom and choose defaults by file type. We click that and we type in PNG, and okay, it shows it. It shows that it's using the photos routine to actually, the photos program to actually display it. So if you click here, you can actually set a default. So if it's not the photos, you would select it and then set the default. Or you could set something else, like the Snagit editor I have here, or Paint, or my GIMP editor. But let's just leave it as photos. Okay, so that's how you set the default editor. Okay, I showed you how to start it two ways. You go to SatChart itself, or go to the directory where SatChart is installed. The field, I showed you the fields. We viewed the Mbtiles with multiple zoom outs. We viewed and we edited the metadata, and we displayed the that file on OpenCPN, and we showed you that we actually changed the metadata. Then I showed you how to set the default editor for PNG files. Thank you for watching.